Hey everybody, Goosebumps for Dummies here, back at it again with a ranking video this time around. And today we're going to be ranking book covers for Series 2000. Now, I did a Series 2000 ranking back in December, around the very end of the year actually. And now it is March, and I thought to get this one out of the way and done. And it's just in terms of which ones look the best. It's not in terms of how it affects the story. One does play into the role. Kind of, and it actually is the second bottom one on here. But honestly, that's really not going to be a huge affecting thing. It's just on how good they look as art pieces, and if they're just good cover arts. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So number 25 on our list is none other than Slappy's Nightmare, the 23rd book in the series. Yeah, that is shockingly low for a Slappy book, and let alone a Slappy cover art. Because Slappy cover arts tend to be the better cover arts, at least in the modern era of Goosebumps. I usually tend to like those more, especially in Slappy World, than the other cover arts we get. And then Slappy cover arts are not only iconic, I mean all 5 of them are, to be fair, from the 90s, but they're also just some of the best in the entire franchise. So, honestly, this is a little shocking. And the main reason I'm putting it this low is just because it doesn't have much going for it, if we're being fair here, and it's kind of ugly. Yeah. Number 24 is Scream School. Now, this is a problem Michael had, and I had the same problem, which is why I never picked up the book. Yes, this is the book that I was talking about. It has something to do with the actual story with the cover that I don't like. The story is really solid, in my opinion. It's just, I don't bother to pick up this book just because of how bland or unappealing the cover is. This is a horrible book cover, in my opinion. I think this looks like shit for an actual book. Like, this is just the least pick-upable book cover of all time, in my opinion. I would never pick this up. And I'm surprised I did. It's just so... Why would you read this? It's just the most unappealing book cover. It still looks good. To be fair, I actually really like it. It just... Even if the story's good, it's still not a great cover art for a book, in my opinion. I think it's just not appealing. Like, who the fuck would pick that up? Next up is number 23, Earth Youth Must Go, the 24th book. We're getting pretty close on there. And, yeah, this one is actually just decent, I guess. A thing I really like is the little glint of the earth in the mirror, or reflection, whatever, not the mirror, what the hell am I talking about? We got the little spaceman in there. I think it's a decent cover art, but once again, there's not too much to dissect here. It's just a spaceship, got the little... You know, we got the glint of the earth, and the reflection, we got the spaceman. Nothing crazy to see there. It's just okay. Next up is Creature Teacher. Now, I know this is really, really low. I know people are going to probably come at me for this, but let me speak my mind here. This is number 22 for a reason. It's just not as good as the others. I think the others are a lot better than this, or just a little bit, as we'll see here. And honestly, this one has never been a favorite of mine. I think it's just solid. Next up is quite low. You might be shocked that this is over Creature Teacher. Number 21, The Mummy Walks. I think this is good, and I actually prefer this for one reason. The mummy's face is decently creepy, and also, it's just got a nice aesthetic. It looks a lot more detailed than some of these ones we've had so far. And yeah, it's just very, very eerie as well. And I don't really have a lot to say about it, surprisingly. It's just a very solid cover. Next up is number 20, Invasion of the Body Squeezers Part 1. This is weirdly low. And yeah, it's honestly just because the others are better. This one's really solid. But I would say that the background isn't too detailed, which is kind of unappealing, because the backgrounds in a lot of these are really freaking detailed for some reason. This one has a little less detail, I feel. And also, it's just not that great. Part 2 is much better. Next up, I'm going to piss off a lot of people. I'm Your Evil Twin is number 19. Now, why is this so damn low? It's kind of offensive, honestly. I don't know. Maybe it's just... because there's not a lot going on here, and there's not a lot that is interesting. We just got a picture of a normal boy with this creepy version of him coming out through mirror cracks. Now, I think that's very creative. I think it's very cool. Very dope looking, I'd say. But it's just not my favorite here. I still think it looks good. It's just never one I would want to, you know, pick up on a daily basis. It's just, I mean, it's a fantastic book. It's literally a 10 out of 10. Anyways, but it's not a great cover art in my opinion. It's still pretty good though. Next up is Full Moon Fevers, number 18. This is just a decent werewolf cover art, I guess, if you even want to call it. That's not really a werewolf book. And it's just fine. It's like Body Squeezers, but with like a bit more detail in the background. And also the giant full moon is really cool. Very nice to look at. Yeah, this wolf creature looks actually decently frightening, so I kind of like that. Next up is number 18, The Werewolf in the Living Room. It's basically that, but there's more detail on the wolf. And honestly, it's a little goofy, and I kind of like the goofiness on this one. It's very appealing. It's got, you know, a very, very gross-looking werewolf face. I think that's a little, like, over the top. Like, damn, there's basically fucking blood there at that point. Yeah, it just looks awesome. Next up is Fright Camp. This one, I have to give it to the detail. There's a lot of detail in this one. And also, the raccoon, the main centerpiece, looks pretty good. And it's overall just a pretty solid cover art. I would say this one's a bit more awesome than the last one, mostly because of that green glow. It's very appealing. Next up, number 16, we have Body Squeezers Part 2. Now, this one's higher than that one because there's more going on and there's more detail, which makes it a lot more appealing. And also, it just looks awesome. There's also a bit of goofiness with this kid just smelling the body squeeze and going, "To you, man, what the fuck is going on?" It's kind of goofy, and I kind of like it. And also, god damn that. And I never get old looking at the background of all the body squeezers coming down. That's one of my favorite parts of some of these Series 2000 book covers, is the details in the background. This one with all the body squeezers is just, oh, it's beautiful. I really love that. Next up, we have The Haunted Car. The Haunted Car is a very silly cover. We got this literal living car with eyes. And it just looks really solid. It's got a nice display of detail. It also got those chompers. Pretty cool. And, yeah, there's not a lot to say about this one. It's just really, really solid. Next up is Return to Ghost Camp. Now, for as hated as a book this is, wait till my review. It's not really that bad. The cover is so good. We got this really creepy demon, or whatever it is, ghost, and it is just horrific, man. That snout, that face, that is just god-awful in the best way possible. It looks horrific, man. And also, we got the very, very detailed camp down there. Like, there's a shit ton of detail in that. Well, I don't think there's a lot going on here. We just got the plain old forest background. The main feature here is literally just a ghost in the camp. But there's a lot of detail, and this motherfucker looks very, very creepy. Next up, we have my favorite Series 2000 book of all time, Ghost in the Mirror. Yeah, this one is extremely eerie, and it's actually a bit of a reference to one of the scenes in the book where a hand comes out. It's not exactly, you know, as skinny as that and as creepy, but it's still pretty awesome. I especially love the ripple effect in the mirror. That is super mesmerizing and really intriguing, I'd say. This is one of the main reasons picking up. It's just like, what the fuck is going on? And also the attention to detail and everything in here. The green glow is very much appreciated. And of course, the hand is just very mysterious. It's a very mysterious and creepy cover art. And I just love it. Next one is surprisingly high, but this is this is easily the most detailed cover art here. Horrors of the Black Ring. Now, it may just look like from a distance, like, okay, got a black ring. Sure, that thing's decently detailed. Dudes, that background. Holy crap. From top to bottom. Jewelry, rings, necklaces, bracelets, and all sorts of the shit. So much detail. It looks so mesmerizingly good. And if you get a PNG or, sorry, a picture of just the cover art alone, it looks even better, man. Yeah, and not to mention, you know, the main centerpiece here, this looks fantastic. I really like it. Yeah, very, very detailed cover art. Next up is Jekyll and Hyde. Surprisingly high. I originally did not like this cover art, I mean, when I was younger. But it's grown on me a lot, especially since I've read the book, which kind of affects it, but still. This is a very, very solid cover. We got this creepy-looking motherfucker. This is Uncle Jekyll. Of course, that's Heidi. No shit. And she's hiding from her Uncle Jekyll, and not only do we have an extreme attention to detail, we got a very action-packed scene going on here. As you can see, a bottle is just broken on the floor. This man is probably screaming, and it's just very, very eerie, very tense, violent, it feels. And it's also, you know, it looks fucking great. Next up, we have Completionist favorite book in the Series 2000, I think. Are you terrified yet? Holy shit. Now, this one looks just fantastic. The main thing that makes this not higher than these next ones is the fact that there's not really much going on in the background. But, damn, it looks so good. Not only is this also a very awesome scene in the book, but this is also one of the most creepiest spiders I've ever seen. And the jar down there is very mysterious. It's like, what the hell are we about to get into with Are You Terrified Yet? It's a very, very alluring book, and it just looks fantastic, man. Especially with this huge spider in the center page. Just awesome. This next one is basically that cover, but with more detail. Revenge or Us. I like the crow more. It's literally got the same red glow. They come almost right next to each other in the series. This is book 7. That was number 9 for Are You Terrified Yet? And yeah, it just looks awesome. And also, the detail in the newspaper is awesome. The little words down there aren't actually words, but Revenge or Us on there is very alluring to the book. I really like that. And the crow just looks awesome, man. Come on. Next up is Bride of the Living Dummy. This is easily one of the best Slappy covers of all time. Slappy looks fantastic here. Mary Ellen looks really, really good here. And also, we got this awesome cake. I mean, you even zoom out. The zoomed out version of this, is you can kind of see it down here. It makes it look so much better. It is seriously fantastic when you get to see the zoomed out version of this. So good, I tell you. So good. And also, we got this huge blade, which is very, very creepy. Who the fuck knows what's about to get down. This next one has been a favorite of mine for a very long time. I think this is number 6 now. Yeah, number 6. We're down to the top 6, man. Return to Horrorland. This one just looks so awesome. I love this cover art to fucking bits, man. This is definitely the best Horrorland-related cover art, in my opinion. It beats all of the Horrorland series in the OG Horrorland, in my opinion. We got this horror offering you an ice cream. The ice cream just looks fucking disgusting and also creepy. It's horror. This looks super awesome. I love the horrors. They're cool, interesting, villainous characters, I guess, but they're also great design-wise, in my opinion. And we can see more of the park back here in full detail. It looks awesome. And yeah, it's just a mesmerizingly good cover art, man. I absolutely love this. Now down to our top 5. Can you guess what the fuck these are gonna be? If you can't, I would be able to shame, especially with this one, because this one is one of the best cover arts in all of Goosebumps, man. Be afraid, be very afraid. Our dragon cover art of the Goosebumps franchise, and boy, does that shit look fucking awesome. Sparkles, that's their canon name. You look fantastic, Sparkles. I'm not even kidding. They introduced that in Horror Town. I mean, I hope with Stine's permission, but still, goddamn, we got a fucking dragon. There's no need to say anything else, man. There's a dragon, but there's also heavy attention to detail in the background of the neighborhood. There's also him crushing up, I believe, the power line. I think that's what he did in the book. Anyways, sorry, I think. I don't know. It's called Sparkles, so I don't fucking know. Beautiful cover art, man. This next one has an issue, which is why isn't higher than these next ones, but holy shit, is it still one of the best cover arts in all Goosebumps. Brain Juice. This one is so fucking detailed. Look at that. Fuck, man. That just looks awesome. Now, there's nothing in the background, which is my only issue with it, honestly, but even that I can pass, because this brain makes up for it, man. Jesus Christ, that looks good. These next 3 are the best covers in all of Goosebumps, and I think they're very popular Series 2000 books. No, I don't think so. I know so. I'm not freaking stupid. Anyways, so these are probably the most popular Series 2000 books, by the way. Starting off with Attack of the Graveyard Ghouls, which might be a shock because I did say this was the best Goosebumps cover art. And I still stand by that. I think this is the best Goosebumps cover art. It looks the best. Now, it's not my favorite, though, because I consider best and favorite different things. The best is just quality-wise. The favorite is, like, personal. And this one is just seriously fantastic. It's got... it's got literal gore, man. Like, what more can you ask for? It is extremely, extremely detailed. It is one of the most detailed cover arts in all of Goosebumps. And it looks badass, I tell you. It could be a fucking album cover. And it's also one of the creepiest cover arts I've ever seen, man. Holy shit. These next two are absolutely fantastic cover arts, and I think the entire community can agree on these. But which one is better? Well, number 2, Cry of the Cat. This one, this is my Discord profile picture, by the way, as of now. Yeah, deservingly. This one just looks so fucking awesome. Take brain juice, but make it a monster. That's my general opinion on this. This, it's just so awesome looking. Very detailed, very eerie. It's also great when you actually get to see a zoomed out version of this, because the first free Goosebumps cover arts were zoomed in. Sorry, Series 2000 cover arts were zoomed into fucking hell, and you can barely see it. Now, zoomed out, it's just more of the blue sky, but it still looks awesome, man. And even zoomed in, just as good. This cover art is fucking beautiful. This next cover art is easily the best cover art in Series 2000. Well, not best, but my favorite. And, it might be my, like, second favorite cover art, because nothing beats Tiki Island, man. That shit is fucking awesome, but it could be my, like, second or third favorite cover art in all of Goosebumps. And I'm not even kidding. And I can just move over a bit. What do you think I'm talking about? Oh, shit! Headless Halloween. I barely need to explain shit. Do I need to explain anything? Holy fuck. I rambled for 3 minutes straight, so I'm gonna shorten this down. Basically, this cover art is the best because it takes Attack of the Graveyard Ghouls and makes it goosebumpy. It doesn't make it over-the-top metal, but it still has that, you know, vibe in there with the head. But it is still goosebumpy enough to be a Goosebumps cover. It's basically what that cover failed at being, even though that cover is still fantastic. Like I said in my best Goosebumps cover video, that one failed at being an actual Goosebumps cover. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and let me know what your ranking for the cover arts is below, if you bother to even take the time out of your day to leave that, or make a video of your own. You don't even have to tag me. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.